What's up everybody? In today's video, I was spending 100 days in Minecraft Pixelmon using only Dark-type Pokemon. This video was a ton of fun to make, so if you guys could please hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on, it would mean the world to me. It's free and you can exchange your button afterwards. This video was done on the Complex Pixelmon server, and my rival for today's video is Wilson. He's so close to 10,000 subscribers, so if you guys could, please make sure you go over to his channel and hit that subscribe button as well. It would mean the world to him. After reading the comments on the last video, I seen you guys have been commenting about my audio, so I've tried to fix it for this video. I'd just like to mention as well, the support you guys are giving is crazy. I've only released 2 videos and you guys have already got me to almost 500 subscribers. You guys are crazy. Anyways, I think that's enough said from me, so let's get right into the video. There wasn't a lot of choice for my starters, but I ended up going with Houndour, as I knew it could evolve into Houndoom, which would give me Mega Evolution. Fortunately, my video actually corrupted for these first 2 days, so I've had to use Wilson's perspective, and as you saw, he chose an Eevee. We did our traditional battle, and he ended up winning this first one, but as it was only the first fight, I wasn't too bothered by losing. We then went around spawn and did our present hunts. We found all the presents, so we got ourselves a shiny key in hopes to get a shiny Dark-type Pokemon, which would be super cool for our team. Unfortunately though, neither of us did get a shiny Dark-type Pokemon. Anyways, back to my perspective now. And I ended up catching myself a level 44 Absol, and I saw this mega boss Absol, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to take it on. When I ended up getting into the battle though, it was level 94. There was no way I was going to win this, so obviously it fated both my Pokemon. I ended up doing my votes for the day. I ended up getting myself the voting kit, which gave me free efficiency 2 and unbreaking 2 tools, which was good if I ever need to go mining. I then just went around leveling my team a bit, so I wanted to get my Houndoom ASAP. I then completed the Spawn Island challenge, which ended up giving me some keys, but I didn't really get anything that good from it, unfortunately. However, I did see that I could afford an Elytra now, so I quickly bought one off the GTS. This would allow me to do some challenges later on and get some cool rewards. As this was a new server as well, we found this Pokemon Center and knew we wanted to claim the area, so that this meant we could have a free healer and we didn't have to go back to spawn every time for it. I ended up doing a little bit damage as well to the world boss that it was just on, so I could get some good rewards later on. After this, I went searching around a dark oak forest, as I knew that Dark-type Pokemon would spawn around here, and there was a potential of a Darkrai spawning, as Darkrai is probably the strongest Dark-type Pokemon. We then ended up doing these Elytra races, and I was so close on the first run to getting it, but I did get it on the second run luckily. I unfortunately only got a tier 2 as my shiny Pokemon, which meant I couldn't use it. My rival got a Nihilego, which is an Ultra Beast, but again, he couldn't use it because it's not a Dark-type Pokemon. I then fed a few rare candies that I had earned into my Houndour so I could evolve into a Houndoom, which is only at 24, which is a super early evolution for a super strong Pokemon like this. His shiny was really cool as well. I love the blue colour on it. I then did a little bit of mining because I knew me and Wilson would need a few resources in this challenge, as having it on a new server, we couldn't just buy everything off the GTS or with all our money. After this, I taught my Houndoom Nasty Plot, which is a super good move, which will up his special attack by 2 stages, which will help moves like Flamethrower. We then decided it was time for our second rival battle, and on this one, my rival had a Drapion now. And it was so strong, it beat both my Pokemon. I barely dented it. This meant my rival was 2-0 on me on these rival battles. I need to step it up. So I went out and caught 2 pseudo legendaries, being a Dino and also a Larvitar. These will both evolve into Dark-type Pokemon. It's really good. As we went in a hunt as well, for a Whirlipede, I got 80 tokens, which helped me out in the long game. And then did another one for a Dunsparce and got 64 rare candies. This was perfect for my newly caught Pokemon. So I straight away evolved Dino into Zweilous. and then Zweilous into a Hydreigon. Now it's the Larvitar's turn, so this was straight into a Pupitar, and then into a Tyranitar. My team was looking ultra good now. I then decided to be a little bit cheeky with it and made both of them microscopic. I couldn't believe how small these both were. I then caught myself a Pawniard, which would later evolve into a Bishop. And I also ended up catching myself an Impidimp, which straight away I knew I wanted to evolve into a Grimmsnarl, as it was a Dark and Fairy type. So I used my leftover rare candies to evolve it all the way up into a Grimmsnarl. I then learned him Spirit Break, which is a really good Fairy type move, but I knew I had to replace it later on. I also taught him Power Up Punch, and my Hydreigon had Dragon Pulse now. I then competed in my second Elite race, which I would have completed in my first attempt, but the server was super laggy for some reason, so I couldn't see where I was going for the finish line, which meant I failed in my first attempt. I luckily absolutely smashed the timer on the second attempt though, and I got myself some good items. Unfortunately though, I got myself a normal Zigzagoon as my shiny. If this was Galarian, I could use a shiny Obstagoon. I was a bit upset by this, but wasn't too disheartened. I then got a random Gen 8 plushie, which is where I got a Burb. Cramorant is one of my favourite Pokemon, just because it's a bit of a meme Pokemon at the end of the day, and it's super funny to look at. I then got myself a Safari Pass, because there was one specific Pokemon in the Safari that I knew I had to catch, and that was Spiritomb, a Dark Ghost. Its only weakness was Fairy, and this was perfect for my team. However, it knew Memento, which meant it fainted itself after I didn't catch on the first attempt, and I couldn't find another one to save the life of me. I'll have to come back to it. I did, however, get myself a Mega Houndoom from this, as I gave him Houndoomite, and then his shiny Mega Evolution. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. It darkens the red and the blue, and it just makes it look so fierce. After this, I did get rid of Spirit Break on my Grimmsnarl, as I taught it play rough, as it had 15 extra power, but it did have a 10% lower accuracy, but I knew I'd have to take this risk if I wanted to beat Wilson in this video. I then felt like it's time to take on some gyms, as Dark type Pokemon can't be affected by Psychic type Pokemon, so I straight away went for the Psychic Gym. However, this battle didn't quite go how I wanted it to, as he had a Gallade, and the rest of his Pokemon just absolutely destroyed my team. I knew my team wasn't strong enough for only 5 Pokemon, so I thought it was definitely time to level up my Pokemon. I thought it was time to get a Bishop on my team. After leveling, my Pawniard did finally evolve into a Bishop, which I was really happy about, as he had some strong Dark type moves now, as well as some Bug type moves which help out in other gyms. I then went back to the Psychic Gym, but I still just couldn't win. His Gallade was too strong. I then decided it was time to sort out my natures, so I gave Pokemon upped attack, upped speed, just whatever I thought was best for that Pokemon. I still just couldn't manage it. This gym was a lot tougher than it looked. I then went on to teach my Pokemon some new moves, like finally giving Houndoom Flamethrower. After doing all this, it was finally my time to win. The Gallade messed up a bit and used Shadow Stick on my Grimmsnarl. I'm pretty sure it had killed me. But luckily, I managed to win with the Play Rough, my first gym badge on the server. I then bought myself my Tyranitarite, so that I could Mega Evolve my Tyranitar and try to beat the Dragon Gym. Unfortunately though, I still just couldn't win. These gyms are a lot tougher than they look. However, I know I wasn't done for this video on gyms. Me and Wilson then found a Marwell raid den, which is a 4-star, and it gave us really good loot from it. The best loot overall was 2 wishing pieces, which meant we could make our own raid dens in any location. This meant we could specifically aim for areas that have dark type Pokemon in them. Before that though, there was a Tnt Run event, and you guys know me with my TNT runs and any real events that happen on this server. After this though, we did end up going to the Dark Oak Forest, but unfortunately on the first one we got an Alcremie, and the second one we ended up getting a Pidgey. We were quite disappointed by this, but we knew there was still more dark type Pokemon to find in the wild. I then found a Mimikyu. I know it's not a dark type Pokemon, but I knew that Mimikyus would sell for a lot on the market, so I decided to catch it and I would sell it for a lot of money. I straight away listed it for about 25,000 coins. Feel like I undercut it a bit, but I was still happy with the money I got. We couldn't believe it as well when we saw a wild Victini had spawned in the savannah, and we were at home, which is where a savannah was. We were desperate, looking everywhere for this Victini if it had spawned on us. No one had found it yet, and we were just running around frantically around our base. We then both saw it at the same time. Wilson tried to engage, but he couldn't, which meant the Victini had spawned on me, which meant I was the only one who could actually catch this Victini. I knew I had my Master Ball from the start, so I straight away threw the Master Ball and caught it. The IVs weren't great, but I couldn't use it anyways. Not a dark type Pokemon, it's a fire psychic. So what I did instead is instead of keeping it, I sold it. I know it's not the best thing to do with legendary Pokemon, but I had no use for it otherwise. We then had a bit of a problem. As you can see, we were quite annoyed we couldn't join Team Relic, so we had to join Team Forest. Team Relic would have been perfect for this challenge as well. We then did the present hunt around the team base and managed to get a shiny key. Unfortunately, neither of us once again got a shiny dark type Pokemon. I went back to the Dragon Gym and managed to win. This was my second badge, but I wasn't done there. I then managed to claim the Ghost type gym after a long bout with this Dusclops, which had an EVO light, which meant it was super hard to kill. And still, we weren't done just yet. After 3 badges, we made it 4 after being the Poison type. And then it was 5 with the Rock type gym badge. I tried taking the electric one, but it was still just too strong for me. This Electivire was really hard to kill, but I wasn't done yet, as I went to beat the Steel Gym, and that made it 6. I then kept trying different gyms, and I realised when finding the normal gym, I needed Spiritomb, as Beware couldn't actually attack a Ghost type Pokemon. This helped me out massively when it came to it. So, I once again bought a Safari Pass and found myself a Spiritomb. I engaged in battle with it, but realised I couldn't actually engage in battle with it, because it has a chance to use Memento again. So I quickly ended the battle and just started throwing Pokeballs at it. For some reason the game was glitching and sealed my Pokeballs. I thought I'd never actually get the Spiritomb, because someone might turn up and steal it. It broke out in the first one, but luckily I did manage to catch it in my second Ultra Ball. I was really happy to have a Spiritomb on my team, as it's super strong, and like I said, only had one weakness, which was Fairy. I then went to the Fire Gym, and with Blaziken, I realised it would use High Jump Kick, so I could bait it in and use Spiritomb to use it. I did manage to lose, however, I knew I could beat that gym later on. There was then a tag event where I just hid in this corner. I managed to get all the way to the last 6, but I did end up losing. So close. Me and Wilson then cleared out this massive area in a Dark Oak Forest, because we knew when to build our base in this area. Once we built the outside and the top, it looked really good. It was just a flaw and needed placing to see our final product. It It was a little bit cramped, so we did have to extend it out a little bit, but it looked really cool when it was finally done. And when it came to it, we thought what better way to have our new house but introduce it with our new battle. I knew I had to win this one. With my team, I couldn't lose. Luckily, Hydreigon beat his Umbreon with a Focus Blast after setting up a nasty plot. And then Wilson also showed me his Mega Tyranitar. We both had one, but on this battle, I didn't show him I had one, so he still didn't know that. Luckily though, Hydreigon managed to hit his Focus Blast, which meant the T-Tar went down in one hit. Hydreigon is super strong in this. My video then corrupted for these next days, but I just thought I'd show you guys I managed to beat the Grass and Electric Gym. Really sorry this kept happening in the video. I don't know what was going on with my OBS, to be honest. Anyways, to carry on from that point, I tried to beat the normal gym, but I still couldn't. I went to the ground gym, and I still just couldn't beat it. These gyms were really tough for me at this point. Then tried a Spleef event, which again, as you guys know, I would lose. But I finally found a gym that I could beat, which was the Bug-type gym, which put me up to 9 gym badges. This meant I would get a shiny legendary Pokemon, and I was so excited to see what it would be. Melmetal. Let me just check here. The latest video in the Professor Oak, Professor Willow saga released an anticipation of Pokemon Let's Go introduced Melmetal as the first legendary Pokemon evolution in the franchise. No! What? Well, at least I could sell it. Oh great, it's untradeable. My luck. Well, your new home's in the PC, Melmetal. Anyways, me and Wilson had a bit of fun at this point, and we were just messing around throwing Pokeballs at each other. We weren't really sure what to do at this point because there wasn't much to do. After this though, we decided we'd actually build our base and build a little corner for each other. So I would build my area, Wilson would build his. I honestly gave up a little bit because I felt there wasn't enough room. So I just kept trolling Wilson with his, breaking his stuff and just ruining it, to be honest. I then started placing cobwebs in my corner to make it a little bit dark and mysterious, but then I trapped Wilson in cobwebs and just made his base really silly. Then it showed me a lawnmower for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I then placed boulders around his base. Then somehow got into his seat and just kept placing boulders, and it was really funny. This one boulder made it really glitchy on his chair. As he was destroying them, he actually managed to destroy his clock. And while he was distracted, I broke his TV. It was just really funny me doing this all the time. Wilson then just sank into his floor for some reason. There was a cobweb and it sank him into his chair. Kept going and then his elytra activated in the floor. It was really weird and glitchy, but also super funny at the same time. I then tried to get him out, but I managed to have the same thing happening to me. I wasn't sure I was going to make it out. I just saw a dark light coming. Luckily, we did make it out after breaking the floor, and we were free finally. I still wasn't done there though. I still just kept trolling Wilson, and he continued to troll me as well. This base at this point wasn't really a base, it was more just a banter area, I'll be honest. Wilson's area looked kinda good. Mine, however, yeah. I then realised I still had my burb to place, so I placed him down right next to the PC, and realised my Hydreigon and Tyranitar were almost the size of him. This was really funny, as Burb sort of had his tilted head like, oh, these Pokemon the same size as me. I then went back to the level grinder, because I knew I had to get my Pokemon to level 100 at this point. Wilson then told me he had a lucky egg, so I went to borrow it off him quickly, so it could go even faster. After doing the leveling though, Wilson had his Moltres to get, so I was really excited to go over and see it. I'll go to some live commentary as well while he was capturing this Moltres.
Epical Pakabool!
Got it. Do you have all the tokens for
Jeez. 88% IVs? Come on. Galarian Orbs.
What are you doing?
375 more KOs.
Go, 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 my friend.
No.
Go, 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 my friend.
Yeah, but I haven't got the shrine anymore. I need to buy a shrine again.
Another shrine?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
While trying the ocean once again, someone was selling a Hooper, so I went to buy it. But while doing this, Wilson got a little bit angry at something.
No, do you know what is rude? Making someone grind to get a Moltres and then making them, like, charging them 1,500 tokens, which is equivalent of probably a mil, right? Including a Moltres, right? After you've grinded to get a Moltres, you have to pay them 1,500 tokens and the Moltres just to get yourself another orb. So you have to grind up again just to get yourself a Galarian Moltres.
Yeah? What's wrong with that?
Like, I'm just wasting an hour of my time, over an hour of my time, just to get a different type in the same Pokemon. Don't put that in the video.
Sorry Wilson, I couldn't resist. Anyways, I went on some EV training. For those of you guys who don't know what EV is, it's basically effort values, and these will basically increase individual stats on Pokemon even more. So I reset all my Pokemon's EVs that I could, and basically wanted to train effort values in only things that I wanted. So for Hydreigon, it would only be special attack and speed that I wanted to train. Tyranitar would be attack, and so on and so forth. Each effort value point can only have a certain amount gained in each area. So I did the max on the ones I wanted to, and got all my Pokemon to the right EVs that I could. I then used these silver bottle caps, which would help IVs. IVs are stats that can't be changed, so I maxed out the IVs with these bottle caps. I then beat the Ice Gym, as well as finally beating the normal gym. I then bought myself a Dynamax Band and Max Soup. This meant I would use it on Grimmsnarl, so I could G-Max myself a Grimmsnarl, and actually use this against Wilson. Thanks to the EV training, these gyms were becoming a lot easier, as we managed to beat the ground gym, and I also managed to beat the fire gym. Wilson was there watching it and couldn't understand how I was outspeeding some of the fire gym's Pokemon, not knowing that I'd EV trained my Pokemon.
But that Hydreigon's in good.
No. Come on, let's go.
Are you kidding me?
Next fell the fairy gym. After this, I went and took out the fighting gym, and this only left 3 badges for me to collect at this point. So I then went and got the flying gym for my 16th badge. And I got a Tornadus from one of these seasonal keys. We then went and checked out Wilson's new Galarian Moltres.
Double balls as well.
Boom! Oh my god, it doesn't even use the shrine up. It doesn't even use the shrine up. So I could have just used someone's empty shrine. God!
Isn't there one at spawn?
I hope not.
You actually did well too now.
Here we go.
Right, let's see the IVs. 87.
87.
And, oh no, the special attack. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Special attack. Oh dear. That's the one that you lost. That one. There's the win. That's the water gym. Right. Come on. 5 seasonal upgrades as well. Come on.
As you guys just heard, I beat the water gym, which got me 17 badges. This only left the dark type gym badge. Unfortunately, at the start of the battle, I let them get a Battle Bomb Greninja, which is going to be really annoying to finally take out. However, with the help of Bishop and 1x Scissor, I took out the Greninja pretty swiftly. Mega Sableye was the next big problem, as a lot of my team were physical attackers and it knew Will-O-Wisp. Luckily, I did manage to take out the Mega Sableye, and that only left Muck left, which I took out pretty quickly. That was all 18 gym badges for me now. I could get a free legendary Pokemon. Had to go check my PC to see what it was. And it was an Amoros, the new Pokemon from Legends Arceus. This linked into Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus. Me and Wilson knew that we wanted to end these 100 days with a dungeon, just before our final battle. However, we wanted to have a quick look around this area to see what were the best looking Pokemon for us. We found the perfect dungeon and went straight into it. Here's a massive speed up of the whole dungeon for you guys. After completing that dungeon, we got some really cool rewards, and we both actually had an egg which could give us a special textured dark type Pokemon from this, so we were really excited to open these.
Right, here we go. Oh, come on. What's one more. Yes!
Got that guy.
Absol.
Nice.
Hey.
That's cool. Is he going to use this? The question. And you make that. That's cool.
And here we are, day 100, the final battle between me and Wilson. What's gonna happen? You guys are about to find out. We start off by destroying his Incineroar with Spiritomb with a few Rock Tombs. However, he later takes me out of Umbreon. I then make a massive mistake forgetting his Umbreon had Protect, and I G-Max Grimmsnarl on it. I wasted my chance of Grimmsnarling. However, I managed to take it out, but I didn't have what I wanted at this point. I felt behind, but I still beat Drapion with Grimmsnarl at this point. They both killed each other as Grimmsnarl was poisoned. He then Mega Evolves his new Midnight Absol against my Houndoom. I hit a Flamethrower thanks to the EV training being faster, but he just lived and he kills me with Superpower. I then brought out Hydreigon, who was definitely the MVP of this. He took out Midnight Absol, and he also took out Galarian Moltres. It then came down to T-Tar, and Hydreigon hit him so low. It was easy at this point for my Hooper to take him out of Energy Ball. And there it is, victory! I claimed Dark type champion. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I've really enjoyed doing these type only videos as it's always a challenge. And if you have any other challenge video ideas that you have, please leave it in the comments. I love trying these new challenges as well, and I've got some more coming up to make these videos even more fun for you guys to watch and for me to make. Like I said before, we're super close to 500 subscribers, so if you guys could help me hit that if you aren't subscribed, it would mean so much to me. These videos take a long time to make, and it really means a lot when you guys do subscribe. Anyways guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.